as we go through this process, because we do know that a lot of people are, technologically challenged. So we want to always be patient as we go through the process, because we're not only learning for ourselves, we're learning to help other people who will be coming into our organization. Because you might be having some people who are willing to do your business, but they are not all that savvy. So I really appreciate everyone's patience. Hi, Jenny.
Good morning, Nikema. Super excited woman.
Super excited, super excited. So as we were saying on the call this morning, that what you're looking at here is BizRunner, and Wade is the person who's going to open up the front end of what you're seeing on the screen here. But what I want to bring to your attention as we get started is that this is the crux of our business, right, Jenny? This is what it's all about.
This really is. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where we can be accountable and we can monitor what we're doing. And when people say, I'm not making any money, I'm not selling any machines, we can see why. And we can also see why people are doing well in the business and making contacts and presentations, and it's a natural flow to success.
That's right. And contacting it's a skill. It's not just picking up the phone. It is a skill that we have to learn. Putting that list together is a skill. Contacting is a skill. Presentation is a skill. So today
what's so great about RI training is that we can learn all these skills and we can practice them. I love RI training. Guys, if you don't have it yet, well, I guess I'm hoping that everybody on this call is already a participant in RI training, because that is fabulous.
Yeah, I see people are typing messages in here already.
Oh, I'm gonna go look. Okay.
They're not in the Q&A, but they're in the chat. I'm gonna put my glasses.
I see it. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Just one person can't hear, Brenda.
Okay.
Well, the other messages are old.
Okay. Nikema is on mute right now. I'm on.
No, they're all old. Well, I took care of all the messages. That just Brenda can't hear. That's the only message that's not handled.
Okay, good. All right. So everyone's good. Wonderful. Yeah. All right. So so I am excited. We're waiting for Wade to kind of jump on in there. He's trying to help a few people find their emails. But I don't want to hold people up, because I know people are we're waiting for Wade to get in.
Well, you know what? Before Wade comes on, what I'd like to say is that before I even did anything like this, I was always one of those Franklin Covey day planner kind of people, and I kept notes and would make my goals every night. And then I started living life in the flow, and I would say, I'm in the water business. I live life in the flow. And guess what? In the flow doesn't always cut the mustard, because when you see this program, BizRunner, you'll really see how important it is to have things right at your fingertips. And what I did was, I'll show you my home page. I have a BizRunner app right there on my home screen on my phone. So it's right by Facebook, it's right by internet, it's right by my app selection. And so it's right there, always visible, ready to tap, ready to add somebody's name in.
That's right. Exactly.
Hi, guys.
All right, there goes Wade.
My apologies. So a lot of the people are hearing it but not seeing anything. So I just wanted to make
sure.
They're
not seeing. I am no sound, but can't see you. My sound is up and everything is up.
Okay.
Everything is up. They may need to, if you are not hearing, it's because you have to choose the, on your computer, you need to choose the sound as your computer sound. Yes. Audio. You have to do your audio on your computer. So if you are not hearing us, it's because you haven't chosen your computer audio.
So we had some hearing and not seeing. So yes. Same thing.
No, hearing, the same thing. You have to choose the, because it says that you would be able to see your panelists. You'll be able to see us, but we will not be able to see you. So
Thank you.
if you are seeing us, let us know. Someone says here, I can see and hear you. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
So, you know, so some people may be having a little challenge with that because, again, you know, you have to engage your camera. So not your camera. You will see us and we will not be able to see you. So you have to type your questions in. All right. More people are saying that they can see and they can hear. So why don't we get started, Wade? I was, you know, I wanted to do a welcome. I wanted to say, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Difference Makers, how to follow up like a superhuman. And with us this morning, we have Miss Ginny Caroselli and Mr. Wade Holder. He is one of our hugest difference makers. They both are. And every day, Monday through Friday, they are on a call that helps distributors from all over the country do their business. So if you feel like you are lost and there's no one taking care of you, you are added into the fold here and you are cared for, you are taught, and we stick with you as you grow this business. So today we are going to be talking about how to follow up like a superhuman. And we have Wade and Ginny here to take us through this amazing technology that is part of RI training. And you are going to get tremendous benefits if you stick with it. The thing about it is that we have a tendency to go off and do something else. There's always a new tool. There's always something else. We have to stay put and we have to stay consistent. That's the only way that we are going to get results. So today, if you have downloaded the app to your phone, great. So that way you can move right along with us. If you haven't, then just be here, just be present, and then ask questions. And that way you can learn a lot more. It's all about repetition. So why don't I just pass it on to Wade so that Wade could get us started in terms of what we're seeing up on the screen right now.
Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for that introduction. And also I want to welcome Nakima French, who actually is putting this together for us. Guys, we couldn't be doing this without Nakima. Thank you so much, Nakima, for all that you do. That's right. So guys, here's what I want to start off by. This is BizRunner's front page. This is the home page right here. And I want to talk about what the 5 dials are. I'm going to talk about the whole screen, okay? But I'm going to talk about these are the 5 money-making activities that are on your screen. So do I have, okay, so I have, do I have access to the screen now, Nakima?
Sorry, wait, here you go.
No problem. Okay, so guys, hopefully you can see my little pointer. I just want to start at the top, getting started, and I'm just going to go the pointer. I'm not going to click any of these because they're going to open up and they're going to go on, and we're going to continue doing that through the rest of this. But I want to just up top, you can see me up at the Get Started tab. This is where everything begins. In fact, when you click on that, there's a tutorial, little demo that's about 8 minutes long, 9 minutes long, that actually walks you through all the steps that I'm going to talk about real quick. And it shows you then the plus sign. You can do that's where you add your contacts. You can manually add them, or you can add them through your phones. Next one, the top circle, that is making a names list. That's what that circle is for. These are the money-making activities right here. Making your names list. Number 2, contacts. That's where your contacts are kept. Number 3, that's where you present or you set up the presentation. That's where you move your contacts into the heading for a presentation phase. Sorry about that. Number 4, follow up after your presentation. So I'm just marking what each one of these represent all the way through. And then number 5 is when you enroll. And so that's when they become either a customer, preferred customer, or a distributor. And
Wait, you could use your cursor now. I think you should be able to use your cursor to kind of point out. I think you should point it out.
You want me to open them up one at a time, or just hit one and then go back?
Yeah, we could just go it over everything on the front page. Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay, I'm using my cursor. Is it not showing up?
Go ahead. No, move your cursor around. Let's see.
I am.
I don't know what's happened. You have control.
I only see your cursor, but I mean, I can click on something. I can click on number 1.
Oh, there you are.
There you are. Okay, so now, yeah, go ahead,
Oh,
Blake.
now you see my hand? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
there
I'm
you
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry, guys. You weren't seeing the hand. So number 1, making the names list. That's what I was talking about.
Good job.
Now, number 2 is the contact page. That's when you click on that. That's where all your contacts are kept. Number 3, that's where your presentation mode. So that's you're moving them from contacts. You get a hold of them. I call Jenny and go, listen, I'm having a presentation next Thursday. Are you coming? And she says yes. Now she moves into the presentation stage. Then number 4, after the presentation follow-up. I've done a presentation, and now we move Jenny into a follow-up date. So I go, oh man, Jenny's been there on Thursday. I want to follow up with her Friday. I want to know what she thought. What did she like the best about the presentation? And then she says, wait, I just want to get started. I move her into number 5. That's where she becomes either a customer or a preferred customer or a distributor. Then the center. Now this is awesome. Okay, the center is the little button is my day. It's what goes on for me today. So when you open up, you can click right on there, and there's actually 2 places you can do this, but you can click right there, and that brings up your calendar for the day. So it shows you what your activities for today are to be. So for me to follow up, it's the people who just bought machines, and I have one that should have come in yesterday or today. So I want to make sure that I'm following up with them this afternoon after mail comes. And I want to talk and say, okay, did you get your package and have you opened it up yet? So I want to start digging in. So I do that. I set that for 5 days after I get the order in and complete. Okay, not the day that I send it in, but when I get confirmation that they have processed, I send it for 5 days because most of the packages come 3 to 4 days, but by the 5th day, it's always there. So I do that. So I can put right in there. I have one to follow up on tomorrow, and then I have another one to follow up on Monday. So I can put them right in there. And this calendar, when you click on that opens up your whole calendar, shows you actually who you've missed. If you forgot to call somebody yesterday, or what your deals are today. Also, the calendar on the bottom. So we're going to move down to the bottom. When you're on your home screen, the home page does not show up. But right here is that same. Oh, wait a minute. Excuse me. Calendar right here. That's our calendar right there. You can click on that. That's the same as the center. To the left is our contacts page, so you can click on that. You can always go back. The center is your medals. Okay, that's what you've accomplished. Like I was saying this morning, I accomplished 3 different medals this morning. 1 was a silver and 2 bronze. So actually, I accomplished 4 medals this morning. But this is where you can go. Your why is the next one across. When you guys, you have to figure out your why. As I was talking about that earlier, not only is it important to you, but let me tell you why it's important to you. Because if you don't know your why, you won't find out what your prospect's why is.
Right.
Okay? Because if you don't have your why defined, you can't go get theirs. You have to know what's in your heart in order to go reach their heart. And so, guys, this is a huge thing. So you need to know what your why is. In your why, you can type in, I think it's 100 words, and you can add some photos. You can add some pictures. So if there's a why, if it's your grandkids, if it's whatever you're doing, if it's a monster truck in 2021, which you guys know, I'm going to have a monster truck, a big monster truck in 2021. That's one of my whys. That's part of why I'm moving forward. Then on the right side, you see the 3 dots. When you click on those 3 dots, is it okay to click on your screen?
Yeah, go ahead. Try. Wait, there you go.
I don't want to give any personal information. There we go. Guys, when you click on that, look at this. Getting started, BizRunner Media Resources. In BizRunner Media Resources, there are over 30 hours of audio and videos in there. It is incredible. Leader View. This is where you get to look at your group, okay? The medals they're earning, the things that they're doing. This is where you get to actually see that. So in the book, when we're listening to Glenna talk about how she got to look at her group and to see what was going on, this is where she was at. This is where she gets that report. Then card sent, you can do all kinds of incredible tools. There's all kinds of incredible tools in here. You can send cards. Business tools, you can buy your business tools. My settings. Now my settings is where, let's see, is that where I can get it sent to Nikema? My report sent to Nikema? You can, I believe, if you click on my settings, you can open that up and you can then add which person you would like to see your profile stuff. So you can go right in there, import, export names right here. Here we go, guys. Maybe this is the clue that we were looking at earlier. Okay, we might be able to go get one name at a time out of our phone list, and I don't know that, but we can keep working. And I apologize that I haven't been in and out of there, and then back to home and log out. So guys, I'll go back to the home page again. Takes you right back. This is just absolutely wonderful. The little plus sign up top is where you add contacts. You can add them singularly, or you can add through your Biz Runner app. So you can contact. So I put 2 new contacts in this morning. They were both logged in as distributors. So that's where you can go. So that was a real quick overview of just the main screen. Anything you want me to add there?
Somebody asked a question, if what happens if someone doesn't show up for a presentation, like where do they go, what do they do? But I think you'll get to that, Nikema. So I just said we're going to answer that live.
Yeah, then we don't get it moving forward, right?
Right.
Wow, great work, Wade. I mean, I hope everyone have an understanding of what's going on that front homepage. I learned something new this morning, Wade, and that's that little running man in the middle there. I never touched on him. So I'm so happy that you did, because that also brings up your calendar. So you can access your calendar at the bottom of the page, right over here.
Yep.
Let me bring it back over here. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah, send it back to you.
Right. So you can access your calendar here, but what Wade has brought to our attention is that you can access your calendar in the middle here. And I think that's really super exciting as well.
We
Because
keep finding out new things all the time.
I was in there.
Great.
Right. So, that's why you want to have fun with this. You want to touch, and really explore. Yeah. And you come up with things. So we're taking you through to help you do that. But this is the main page. And this page is going to change, guys, as you do more contacting and presentation, and you start getting your medals. These are going to turn into either bronze, silver, or gold.
Right.
Based on your actions. And you're going to be super excited when you see it changes to a medal, because this is a medal. These circular discs are medals. And so based on your actions, it's going to show up, and it's going to be either gold, silver, or bronze based on the amount of action you've taken for that day. All right.
Guys, I want you to understand these circles, okay, each one of these circles is what holds your prospect in the tanks that they need to be in. Okay, when you move somebody into your contacts, okay, they're now in your contact tank, so to speak. So they're held there, and they will not move out of there until you move them. Okay, so that contact, you contact them, and then that moves them, or from your prospect list first off. Sorry. Then you contact them. They actually go into your contact list. Here they go. Okay, I've chatted with Nikema. I got her information. She's now in my contact list. And the next time I contact Nikema, we're going to be talking about a presentation. And so each one of these circles represent your holding tank, and it represents where each person is, and they will not move automatic through there. Okay, if you're not doing anything, you're not getting anything. I just want you to understand that it holds them there. So that question said, what if they didn't go to a presentation? They're held. They're held in that.
Exactly. And
right.
And what I want to kind of really get into is I'm going to go into the importing and exporting of contacts very quickly. And when you first open up your BizRunner or download it to your cell phone, it will automatically ask you, can we import your contacts?
Right.
I was always afraid of that whenever I hear that, because that person who came on, I can't remember her name, who said, I feel like I'm too overwhelmed, all of these names going in there, and I'm not contacting all of these people. You don't have to worry about that, because I love how Wade just talked about holding tank. When you import your contacts into BizRunner, they are placed into a holding tank. So they are not in your contacts list. They're not there yet. Only the people who are in your contacting tank, the people who you actually move into that tank.
Right.
So in your list here, if I click on list, so don't be afraid to say yes, move them all over. All right. So here it is right here. When I clicked on list, you see it says here, would you like to import your phone contacts now? This is a fast way for you to have some contacts to work with. Then you'll decide who to move into your contacting list. So this is your holding tank. You see it says here, all BizRunner and imported names. But if you click on this little drop down button on the side, this little arrow, it'll give you a list of views that you would like to choose. Do you want to view all of your BizRunner and imported names, or do you want to look at only your BizRunner names, or do you want to look at all of your unsorted names? So your unsorted names, let's start from the bottom, are all those people you bought in from your contacts.
Right.
They are not sorted yet. They're in the holding tank. I love that, Wade. That's so cute.
Go, Wade.
Yeah, right? So they're in the holding tank. So now you're going to move them from the holding tank into BizRunner. And those are only the people you are going to be contacting. Somebody that you're going to be contacting right away. So they are completely in two different places. So when you go in, you can choose what you want to look at. I want to look at all of my unsorted names when I want to move some people in to start contacting them. Or I want to look at only my BizRunner names because these are the people that I'm working with right now. So you don't have to worry about feeling overwhelmed. So for the lady who asked that question on the call this morning, could you just put a little, yes, I got it, I'm good, so that we know that we answered that question for you. All right? So you don't have to be, it's broken into 3 and you can select. And how do you find that? You find it when you click on your names list. It'll bring you here, one at the bottom or the dial in the front, doesn't matter. And then you click on this arrow here that's going to give you that. Okay? So, and you also have a search bar here that you can search for a particular name that you would like to search from.
So you make some people feel very comfortable. They've just downloaded and brought in people to the tank.
Okay, great. Isn't that awesome? Awesome sauce. All right, so great. And then one of the things up here is a question mark. I love these question marks, right, Ginny and Wade? These question marks give you more information. So if you just
questions are the answers.
Exactly. So if you click on it gives you video and audio. So if you don't understand something, look for those question marks and read and listen to what they have to say about what it is you're seeing.
Oh, Nikima, somebody just said that they put everyone into their BizRunner as contacts, and now they want to take them out.
So
why did they?
I don't know if they really did do that, because
that's what Beth,
a lot of work.
That's what Beth was talking about. She had put everybody into the BizRunner contacts instead of just her contacts.
But the only way to move them into her BizRunner contacts is that she have to actually select and say move every last person over.
Yes. So, did you do that, Beth?
Yeah.
I'm going to wait.
Yeah, because you can only do them one at a time. You can't move the whole list, right?
That's correct. Exactly. You have to select.
That's right.
Yes. So I hope you guys got that. You can't move everyone over into your BizRunner list. You have to actually select who you want to move over. So let's move on. Now that you understand the list, so just to show you what I'm talking about, is if I click on number 2 to contact, all right, there comes my list. This is my contacting queue, all right? But let me go back here. Let's add, let me see if I could just show you guys what I mean to take you through that whole process of understanding very quickly what actually happens. Let's add someone in here, okay? So I'm now meeting someone for the first time. I want to manually enter their information. And Ginny's going to be going over the contact page in a moment. But just very quickly, I'm going to enter Miss Ginny Caroselli. C-A-R-O-S-E, Caros, S-E-L-L-I.
Woo! Hardly ever anyone gets that right.
All right, so we have her, and then I'm going to enter her phone number, 123-456-7890. Okay? You're not going to get Ginny, guys, if you called her on that number. Okay? And you want to always get an email for the person. So let's say the person, Ginny at goodwork.com. All right. So I'm making up this stuff, of course. All right. So we've just entered this person in. There's a lot more that's
birthday. Don't forget my birthday.
Right, and you can always enter the birthday and all of that other information. But for this, we're just going to go over the main things here. And we're going to save it just so that you have that. So now it's saved. All right. So what I'm going to do now is I want to go back and let's see what happens with Ginny. I added Ginny in. All right. And now, and Ginny is in my list. Let me go here and see if I can find her. All right. Let's say not right now. Let's just click past that. Let's go to Ginny. Ginny. I'm searching for Ginny. And this is going to be, you know, on my computer. My computer is so loaded, so I hope it's not too slow in finding everything. Just click on my BizRunner names only. See if we can find Ginny here. Here she goes. Because she was in my Biz, I added her directly into BizRunner. So she's not going to be in my unsorted names list because I started her here in BizRunner. I hope everyone.
Here's the best question. How do you take them out of there?
How do you take them out of
BizRunner?
Okay, well, we'll talk about deleting people in a moment. So so now, so for now, here is I'm gonna click. So she is ready to contact. Yeah. If you have someone in your contacting queue that's not in your contacting queue, but in your list queue, and you're moving them over, it's gonna ask you, what do you want to do with this person? Do you want to enroll them? Do you want to contact them? What is it you want to do? And when you click on contact, that moves them into the BizRunner. So if you moved all of those people, you must have sat there and said move. You moved them. You actually sat and said contact, 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 contact. All right. So if you didn't do that, those people are still in a holding tank, not ready to be done. Ginny, you have someone saying something here. Hold on, Ginny.
Yeah, it was Beth, and she did that one at a time. She put everybody in from the tank to the contacts.
Wow. Okay, so
wants to get them out.
Okay, so we're going to talk about how to delete them. Beth, oh my goodness. Okay, let's continue. So okay, so you can find the person here, and if I click on Ginny here, it's going to open up. Let me click on Ginny here. So now that I found Ginny and I want to do some work with Ginny, it's going to open up her page. And now that it's opened up her page, I would like Ginny Caroselli now to move forward and share with us what we're looking at on this page.
So on this page, we have the status. So this person, Ginny, is ready to be contacted by Nakima. And let me tap here to.
You have control. You have control.
Yep. So you see it? Oops.
Oh,
wait.
Yeah.
There you are.
Sorry, let me erase that. Okay. I don't know. I feel like the mouse isn't moving.
Okay. Well, you got control. Let me check again.
No. Okay. You know what? Got it now. I got it now. Okay. It says your remote control is caused by Nakima. Okay, I got it. Okay. I got it. Here we go. So this person, as you see, is ready to be contacted. All right. So now you can go in here and you can contact to schedule a presentation. So you can make that phone call. And over here, there's where you can make the phone call from, right over there. Okay. This is so powerful. And because they're in your contacts already, emails are all set up, and you can make it an email right away. And then down here, you can even send a card. There's so many cool things. Wait, I want to open this. Wait, I want to open that. See the address? You can check out the address. You can just see if there's anything going on in that state, whatever, and send them a message. I'll X out of that. BizRunner says unable to initiate text. So this is text messaging. You can text the person. I mean, this is everything on one page. I'm just blown away by this whole this system, that this is included for free with the BizRunner of less than $10 a month, thanks to Nikema. So let's say we want to schedule a contact right over here. Schedule a contact. What date and time do you want to schedule your contact? So we're going to meet today. We're going to meet at a certain time. Here's the clock. I'm going to meet at 8:00 p.m. Done. All right. Hit done. And there we are. We are all set up. So look at the bottom underneath here. It says Wednesday, October 18th at 10:31 p.m. My result was the contact was scheduled for Wednesday, October 18th at 8:00 p.m. This is everything in one spot. This is not pieces of paper left off to the side, a 3-ring binder, a loose leaf notepad,
But looking at my
on
desk.
your car seat. What's with you all day long? Your phone. It's with you all day long. You're not going to miss things. You're not going to miss appointments. This is huge, guys. And it's going to take me a little bit of maybe not a learning curve, but something to make myself just be pinned down to do this with every single person. And I commit to doing that. And I would love to, well, tomorrow on the call, have everybody press *2 who's committed to doing this as well. Anything else? Can I just,
yeah, I'd like to kind of add in here on this page that everyone's looking at here with all of the information. When right now you're looking at it on your computer, I want you guys to understand what's happening. You can work in BizRunner on your computer while you're having a conversation with your client on the phone. Okay? So you can open your BizRunner on your phone and select that person, speak to them, and then you can put the notes on your computer screen. And it automatically syncs with your phone. I hope you understand that. So if you're making contacts in your office at home, you can have this up on the screen. You can take your notes. You can call them here. But don't try to take notes here and notes on the computer at the same time.
Right.
Take your notes on your computer. Do your calls here. Everything you do on the computer will sync to your cell phone. All right?
Fabulous.
Okay. Somebody's saying something else there, Ginny. What did someone say? No, that everyone's good there? All right. Now, on this screen that we're looking at here, just to continue with what Ginny, the action, right?
Well, one thing is Sharon's asking, is this backed up somewhere? If this is on the phone and a problem happens, if my phone is lost or broken, how do you get info? So I think you kind of just answered that as well, because you can have the app on your, on your laptop or whatever.
Yeah, so everything.
And that's also really cool too, because if you lose your cell phone, you lose all your contacts. But because you have BizRunner, everything is loaded up to your BizRunner app. So if you lose your phone, all you have to do when you get a new phone is download the app and sign back in like you would do for RI training and everything like that. And then everything should reload because you've already moved them all over into unsorted names list in BizRunner. And I will ask that question again, just to confirm that that is correct.
And someone's asking, what's a good time to call in to get your login info? Oh, maybe to call into the office? I don't know. Why if that's what they're...
If you're calling in, you need to call in around, they're in Utah, so they're 2 hours behind East Coast time. So depending on where you are in the United States, you'd have to, they are in Utah, so you have to check out their time zone in relation to your own time zone. So I hope would help.
Yeah, I believe they open at 9 p.m. or 9 a.m. Mountain Standard
Mountain Time.
Right.
Now, I see a question here that Beth is asking. Is this what you would use as your CRM instead of EWS? No, does not take the place of your EWS, guys. Our EWS is a very loaded app, and it's awesome in that you can send out these amazing emails to your customers and to your prospects. You can also, it's a great place to keep all of your people when you want to come to deal with them on the internet. This is something different. This is how you're going to be following up. This is your everyday action items. With EWS, you also get Inagimobi, where you will be able to complete a sale completely using Inagimobi. So this does not take the place of your EWS. This is what you're going to be. This is your grind. This is what you're doing every single day.
And I have a suggestion that you can put the people in BizRunner and you can put them in eMobi for the newsletters at the exact same time. So you've got everything. You've got the eMobi app on your phone. You've got BizRunner. Put them right next to each other and you're going to be always on top of things. I'm doing an expo this weekend coming up, and I'll just have my phone there or my iPad and have everyone inputting their own information in there. And we won't have to go back with papers and add names manually one at a time. This is really streamlined, guys.
All right. And yeah, wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You need to be real careful in your EWS that you don't overload the back office, because it only holds so many contacts. This does not. So you can keep all your contacts in here, but the ones that you're actively pursuing and doing things with, you want to keep them in your EWS.
That's correct, because you want to keep them engaged, remind them of filter changes, and EWS does a wonderful job of sending out, we can send out those really polished emails. It looks very professional. So you want to be able to master all of the tools that you have. Now, back to the screen here. I just want to talk about this is someone's card that you have open up. This is Ginny's card. One of the things is, if you call Ginny, what action did you take? So if I click on that, here are your actions. I made a phone call. I sent a text message. I met her in person. I sent an email, social media, whatever it is you did, you have to say what the action is. So let's say I gave Ginny a phone call. All right. What was the result of that contact? This is what the crux of BizRunner is, because this is the real meat and potato of our business. Did you schedule a presentation? Did you give a presentation? Did the person enroll in your business? Did they say they are not interested at all? Check back in a week? Or did you schedule the contact for the next time? Or what other results? So you want to choose one of these based on what happened when you call that person. If you call the person and you did not get them, you could just simply say, you could say schedule contact. They still remain in the contacting phase because you haven't spoken to them yet. So you just, I called today, I didn't get the person, let me schedule. Okay, so I'm gonna call them back again on Saturday. So then you set up an appointment here in your calendar to remind you to follow up with the person. Not follow up, but to contact. Now, guys, one of the things I want you to take away from this training today, and I'm going to have Ginny continue with the top things in a few minutes. Contacting someone doesn't mean, not because you picked up the phone and you called someone means that, it's everybody thinks like, oh, I called 15, 20 people. That's not what it's about. It's about effectively contacting and moving the person to the next step. If you called and you did not get the person, good that you took the action, but nothing came of it. Schedule the person again to contact another time. Until you get that person. When you get that person, your job is to figure out what their pain is, and if you can answer it with your product or opportunity. When that person agrees to do business with you in some way, like, yes? I would like to listen to your presentation, or I would, whatever it is. Now they move into the presentation stage, but they are in that contacting stage until they agree to do a presentation with you. All right. So, Ginny, that, the notes here, just let me add one more note here. Spoke with Ginny.
Who is super excited.
Yeah. All right. Scheduled a meeting for next week. Okay, if the person says, I'm sick, I can't do it, whatever it is, you write it in there. Whenever you do your note, you must click save.
Yes.
Once you click save, here goes the note right here. If you want to add something to the note, just click on the note itself. It opens it up, and you can make some changes in your add or take away anything that you want to. So
And
now
you can remove it as well. Remove the sentence.
and you can remove the note as well, or save the note, okay? Whatever you do, you save it. So now what I'm going to do is ask Ginny to continue with this little man, or keyhole. It's a keyhole. This little keyhole here, Ginny. Can you take over that keyhole? Let me give you, and let's talk about, because she gets really excited when she talks about the stuff in that keyhole.
About keyholes. As soon as you give me control, I'll start.
You got control. You got it.
You have to click your, just click your mouse.
Oh, okay, perfect.
There you
There's
go.
this little guy. Okay, I'm clicking. Is it not opening? Oh, here we go.
There it goes.
Okay, so here we have, did I click on the right thing? Oh, right here. This is a little button. Do you see how it goes back? It twirls back. So here we're going to go back in time. Just imagine that as rotating back in time, and it's going to show us the history. It just disappeared on me, but it's going to show us the history of what's going on with Ginny. Spoke with Ginny, super excited. So it goes from the most current date all the way back down to the beginning date. And of course, this is all just today because Ginny was added in, and some things happened with her throughout today. Now, if you want to add something, here is the pencil here. Okay, so you can move Ginny to the follow-up queue. You can move her to the presentation queue, move her to the contact queue, and you can always save. All right.
Can I add something to that, Ginny? Because
yeah,
this is a very important phase. Let's say you did a presentation for someone, and that person, they're in the presentation phase, and then that person decides, you know what, I'm not interested right now.
right.
And, so you may have to move that person back to the contacting queue.
Right.
Because you may have to start all over with that person again. Or they may say to you, I'm not interested. They say, I'm not interested. So you move them back to the contacting queue, because you're going to know that you're gonna check them out again in another year.
Oh, or
or another 6 months, and
more.
if they have something changed in their lives, right? So you can move a person who's already in the presentation queue or the follow-up queue back to the contacting queue if they are not willing to move forward. And you may have to start all over again down the road.
So now we'll just click cancel the update, and let's go back. It's so funny with this mouse. I love it. Okay. So let's go across here. So that was your save button, and then let's go to this. This is all your information again, what we've spoken about before. Everything's right here with all the actions right here, making the phone call, sending the text message. You can send the card. And I forgot already what this one was. This one was, I'm clicking on it. Oh, this was the address. I already forgot about that. Okay, let's click done. We don't need her address right now. And then the question mark. Let's go to the question mark right over here.
That's always fun.
I'm telling you, you're going to have fun just playing with this all the time. So here are your help resources in contacting. So let's just go on my favorite one, high yielding questions. And what this is you have video and audio training on high yielding questions. So you're on the road and you just need something to listen to because you're sitting in the motor vehicle line or something, and you can be trained right here on the road. And now I'm going to go back, enrolling people in themselves, which is really what we need to do all the time. I love this. I love when it's printed out. It's even better than the audio. Look at this. What is your purpose in contacting someone? It's to identify their pain or what they want more or less of, set up an appointment, identify what they want to change or have more or less of in their life. And if you could change anything in your life, what it would be. So what would it be? I always ask people, if I had like a magic wand or something and I could change something about your physical, your financial or your spiritual life, like what might that be? And people like to share if they feel that you're sincere and opening. So this is so perfect. And then we move down to step 2. Step 2
And
is,
guys, if you pay attention to these questions, they're so awesome. You don't just go one level. You need to go, if I had $1 million, well, why would you want $1 million? What would you do with that $1 million? You got to get deeper. Got to get into the person that you're dealing with. And this is awesome because it leads you to it. It's just easy ABC steps. 1, 2, 3.
I'm trying to.
I also see some Q and people. There's a few questions in Q&A, not in the chat, but in the Q&A.
These questions alone are so perfect. Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how committed are you to achieving the goals that you've shared with me? So maybe people are very committed. Maybe people just have this belief that it may never happen. These are all great questions which will help elicit conversation from the people that you're meeting or chatting with. And then step 3, what have you done or are currently doing to achieve your goals? So you can actually see how motivated they are and what steps. I always ask people, like, what do you do for your health right now? Or I might say, you look pretty like great for your age. If they say I'm like 45, you look pretty great. Like, what are you currently doing to make your health better all the time? And then they might say something, I drink a lot of water. What kind of water? You just get through all types of things with them. And ultimately, if I could show you a way to achieve your goals faster, and if it worked for you, and I say, and only if it worked for you, would you do it? And you're just like qualifying people as you go through this kind of things, and then set up the appointment. I think I have something that can help you. I'm trying to scroll down on this, Nakima. I'm not being successful.
Okay. Let me help you out there. Okay, so that's the lowest that's the end of it.
Oh, no, here. Okay. I think I have something that can help you with your goals. Let's get together to go over it. They're going to ask you, like, what is it? Just get the appointment. Just get the appointment with them.
Okay, we have 3 questions here.
Let's see.
I see Sharon, do video presentations count or just meetups? Awesome question, Sharon.
Good.
Video does count as a presentation. Yes, it does. You're meeting with that person. Send them the link. Make sure they watch the video, and once they've watched the video, then you take it to the next step. They've had the presentation. So the presentation does not always have to be live. Live is one way where you're meeting the person. You can also do a Zoom call, or you can also do so Zoom or in live or on the computer. It's still a presentation. Patricia says, how do I find what my login info would be?
Yeah.
The same information that you signed into RI training and BizRunner, it's the same information. So whatever you use for your RI training, that's your login information for BizRunner. Same email address. Everything must be must match. Erin Callahan says, what if...
Oh, yeah. That's when Wade was talking, and he said, look at the 3 dots, and she said, my 3 dots are different.
Oh. What?
Yeah, so Erin, I would ask you what were different on your 3 dot tab. As you open up the tab, it should be getting started, and then BizRunner Media Resources, Leader View, Show Cards Sent. So I just was wondering what the differences might be. So you could type that into us. We can take a look at that.
Okay. So is there any other questions? I think we kind of touched on. Ginny, anything else that you want to kind of cover there?
I think we got everything. We got everything at the top. We got the training, and I would certainly listen to the training on the high yielding questions, because I really think that's the meat and potatoes of chatting with people.
All the training, guys, is absolutely incredible. And all of these are listed in there. Okay, so Erin came back, right? Let's see.
Where are you? How did you get there? Oh, wait a minute, Erin. It says PE profile, leader view, show card sent. Yeah. Import phone contact.
Oh,
yeah.
PE profile. It says PE profile on hers.
It says what?
Yeah, ours does
profile.
too. Mine does too.
Okay. If you are in only if you are on the home page, would you see the 3 dots to begin with? Mm-hmm. And when you click on the 3 dots, is yours showing what is yours showing, Ginny?
Mine says getting started, BizRunner, media resources, PE profile, leader view, show card sent, import phone contacts, buy business tools, my settings, home, and log out.
So you do have everything that's on there, the 3 dots. You can only access the 3 dots, everyone, from the home page. You won't be able to access it from anywhere else.
Good point.
Okay, this will not show up here, will not show up anywhere else other than the home page here. All right, so I hope you guys found value in terms of what we've covered here this morning. But your focus.
Rebecca had a question here. How does one juggle time to spend on PEP and BizRunner?
That's an awesome question.
A lot of coming up.
You know, I know they don't want to let us go all of a sudden, right?
You know what? I can answer that because I do this a lot.
Okay, go ahead.
I go on RI training, and I listen to RI training when I'm doing something around the house and I'm not speaking to someone on the phone. So I'm not doing BizRunner at that point. I'm putting dishes in the dishwasher or whatever, and I just keep my iPad on the kitchen counter and I'll listen to a training or I'll watch a training. So those are the things that I like to do during off times. Late at night, midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, 6 a.m. I'll do the RI training. And then the BizRunner is when you're running. When you're running and you're out there, this is when you're putting in BizRunner. And you guys can add to that too.
Okay. And I see all people are coming in. Now everyone's asking the questions as we're coming to the end. But when it comes to organizing your time, for those of you who have a full-time job and you are doing a direct sales or home-based business, and you're using all of these tools, you have to now really examine your time. You have to say, okay, I can really spend a week 5 hours. And what am I going to do with my 5 hours? Okay, that's an hour a day if you're looking at Monday through Friday. And you're going to say, okay, I'm going to spend, because I'm working on improving myself, so I'm going to spend some time in my RI training because I got to learn these concepts. I got to shift my mindset from being a person who's been in a job. I have to shift that to a new mindset where I am a self-starter and I'm doing my own business. Right? So between that and learning your BizRunner or playing the game, all of those things are going to prepare you. So what we do in network marketing is that we get in and we're off to the races. We're off telling everybody about it. But I'm telling you, if you took some time, just a little bit of time, some people say, get them when they're hot. So 3 sales, boom, get them when they're hot. But it's about, even if you do that, you help with your people to get 3 sales. When they first get into, they can experience what it is to make that money. They still need to learn this. So show them how that they need to spend the time. So it starts with you. You cannot ask anybody else to do what you are not willing to do. So if you are not willing to get on RI training you're not willing to play the game, and you're not willing to get uncomfortable and use BizRunner, then do not expect someone else to do it. Okay? So that's the first thing. And I know everyone here is committed, because you would not be here on, Wednesday at almost midday doing this.
Right.
All right? I see a lot of questions coming up. Ginny, Wade, what do you guys want to kind of?
I think we pretty much got most of them.
We're on top of everything. Yep, we're good. Now, here comes one new one right now. Can you use the same app for 2 or 3 ventures?
Ooh.
Juanita, girl.
Oh, go. All right. It's a good question. But I want to say to the person who put it up there, and thank you for the question, because that person may not be talking about themselves. They may be talking about somebody else in their downline who's doing more than one business. There are a lot of people who divide their time. If it's going to work for you and you want to put in contacts for 3 different things, go right ahead. But I'll tell you, if you really want to learn this business, I know some people have 3 and 4 businesses. I don't know how they do it, but yes, you can use your BizRunner to track whatever it is you want to track. But if you're mixing them together, how do you know what team you're working?
You have to be very specific.
You're going to have more than one BizRunner, I think, if you're going to run 3 enterprises on one.
Or really keep your notes down pat.
Really down pat and know who you're contacting.
Initials for each company or
A
something.
double-minded man is unstable in all of his ways. I'm not saying, I'm saying, guys, if you truly want to make this happen, you need to truly be dedicated to it. I'm not kicking that. I know that there are people that do several things, but I'm telling you guys, the ones who are at the top are singly minded, singly focused, and that's what it takes to get to the top. If you want to go to the top of the mountain, the only way you can do that is to look up and go up. You can't look at the valley, and you can't figure out all the rest of the stuff. You have to be looking up. So
you're so right.
Yeah.
And you know what? If people are having a hard enough time learning RI training and BizRunner, I can't imagine adding more plates to spin.
Right. But great question.
Oh,
it is a great.
Oh, do you see? There's a clarification on the question. The person is talking about a Bible study group or something similar to that. Like, can you use BizRunner for something like that? Huh.
I mean, there may be a lot of people on the call who are not involved in direct sales and they want to use it. If you want to use this as a reminder for what you have to do in your regular life, go ahead.
A regular calendar.
Yeah, as a regular calendar.
That's a good idea.
If you want to use it that way, you can go right ahead and use it that way. If you are running multiple businesses that were network marketing related, and you have both of your contacts in the same place, you might run into a little bit of trouble, a little bit of a challenge.
Yes.
But if you can do it and share it with us that you've managed it and how you manage it, I would love to know, because I know people find ways to get things done. They make it happen. So I'm one for I'm learning to be like a palm tree, flexible. So share with us if you know how to do that. We have some more
classy palm tree.
Yes. All right. So
seeing us all on the call. He wants us to do this every morning from 9 to 10 a.m.
That is funny.
Yeah, if you only saw what we were doing, some of us between 9 and 10, answering questions, running around, you would be cracking up.
Okay, this one, someone says here, me personally, I have a one-track mind for my BizRunner Any Magic business.
Yay, Carol, and she's in our group. Yay.
Yeah. And another thing too is I'll give a story. I recently have a person who purchased a unit from me some time back, and this is what's going to happen to us in our business when we are not single-minded in terms of knowing how to do our business. I sold a machine to this wonderful person, and this person wants to do network marketing, but I did not know. I was getting everything up and running, and I didn't really know how to get them started just the right way just yet. And I still had my full-time job when I was doing that. And the person eventually, they had the machine. They love the water. They love it for their health. But then they felt like it was too expensive and they couldn't really sell it. So they went off to another business. And then they moved on from that business to another business. And I recently spoke to the person, and the person is really happy in the new business that they're in. But let me tell you what I've done. Because that person purchased a unit from me, I feel like I'm still responsible to that person. And the person is having the same challenge that they would have in their Enagic business in the new business. Because this information here doesn't matter which company you're with, you need to know this information. So I said to that person, you know what? You purchased a unit from me. I will train you, even though they're doing that other business. Because guess what? The skills that that person learns with me for the business that they're doing now, that person already has a machine with me. So if that person decides to make a recommendation, they will do it with such professionalism because they were trained on how to do it. So I'm not concerned about who does what with whom. I'm just concerned about you doing it the right way. Our industry is suffering because people think that we are doing a pyramid scheme, because a lot of people sell people products, and because they themselves are not trained, and they leave those people out there, and those people are hurt as a result of us coming in and recruiting and just leaving them. It's like a wake. Think of a boat going through the water. That wake that they're leaving behind is a wake of bodies, of people who are unable to bounce back from the fact that someone sold them something and promised that they would make a lot of money, and then they never followed through to help training that person. So I want to encourage us all to stay the course with what we're learning here. Do this. Do it consistently. Do not give up. Every time you feel discouraged, go back into RI training. Listen to discouragement threshold. Understand that the reason why we get discouraged is because we had a problem with something. We've hit a wall. And it's good to hit a wall because it means that you're moving. Just back up a little bit, take stock, and keep on going. Wade and Judy, is there anything you'd like to add before we wrap up here?
Nikema, I just want to thank you. Your professionalism is outstanding. It's something that we all strive to achieve. And some of the comments in the chat room while you were speaking, like, people are really feeling like they found a home here. And it just brings such joy to my heart that they feel like they are moving forward in their business, and they're also feeling the great love that comes from what's happened from the Difference Makers call every morning, and from us sticking to this one program. Because what we see in network marketing, like we talked about the personality types the other day, like, you know, your certain personality types, they'll jump right in, they'll dive right in, they'll do some great things, and then they'll jump out as quickly as they dive in. So this is consistency. This is something that I know personally I need big time. And I thank you so much for leading the pack here and helping everyone achieve success. I see it. I feel it. Everyone that's talking, like, there's a lot of people on this video right now in the middle of a work day for some people. And I am so thrilled to see all these names pop up. And I know that all of you that stick with this will be supremely successful. And we're going to just hold hands and move forward together with this. So thank you. I feel the love from the other end of this, and we share that back to all of you.
Thanks, guys. Wade?
And, you know, Nikema, I also want to congratulate you and thank you for all this. Also, I want to congratulate all the people that are on this seminar today, because you know what? You're the winners.
That's right.
And that is what really matters. A bunch of people are asking if it's being recorded. Yes, guys, it's being recorded. Watch on the Difference Makers Facebook page. It'll be put on there, right, Nikema?
Yes, we could share it there. Yes, I can put it there, but I also have it. I'm creating a
Oh,
playlist on YouTube, and you could always go to my Leadership Biz Solutions on YouTube, and you'll be able to watch the video there as well. So in case you ever misplace it, and I will also send it to you, Wade, so that you can have it posted on the difference makers as well.
excellent. Thank you so much, guys. I want to thank each and everybody that attended today. Jenny, Nikita, I love you guys. You're awesome.
We love you, Wade.
Thanks.
Thank you, Nikema.
You're very welcome, guys. So let's go out there, play around in it, make mistakes, get frustrated, bang your head, come back again, drink some Kangen water, and just keep at it.
That's right.
You will have the breakthrough, and it's going to be worth it. Thank you for joining us today, the 18th of October, 2017. I cannot wait to hear about your successes. So thanks for joining us.
Have a great day.
All right, guys. Have a great day.
5 day.